Hello and welcome to episode 21 of the OEB Let's Play series on Oldbrook V2. Well, this is it guys, we've reached the end of the road, the last episode. We have 3-4 things to do. I've got 2 sell points I want to show you and deliver to. We're going to run the wool pallets and harvest the corn, which leads to our sell points. We've only got field 6 ready at the minute. I'm harvesting that at the minute because we have a weak great demand. Now, just going to go check on the fast track. Stuck, no surprise there. But hopefully, John Deere is going to fuel himself up. Combine number 2 and load status. It'll be alright for 5. Obviously, field 6 has been a little bit silly down the bottom again. It's that big a field. Obviously, the first part hits on one growth stage, and there's that last little bit kicks into the second growth stage. It's presuming how the game works itself rather than anything else, mod conflict or anything like that. I'm presuming as the hours work, so say between 12 and 1 the green part of field 6 was planted, between 1 and 2 that last little bit was planted. Yeah, a little frustrating, but we'll get there in the end. Just want to watch this reversing course because hopefully he's going to go in range of the fuel tank. Just stocking up our silos again, because we run out of grass, as I found out last time when I went to feed the sheep. But there we go. Yep, he's fueling. Good. You'll be a pain. Minor problem. Drive now. Should drive from the first point. Good. Yes, I'm not actually running for any of the sell points that I want to show off at the minute. I'm trying to hit the great demand. I do have a new toy on the back of the wagon here. I upgraded the pig transporter. This carries 85, and I have stuck a rear steering axle on it again because it's an American trailer, which means it's a bit longer than ours. That will be sort of the back of ours there in the UK. This one, a few extra feet. Would cause us a problem, but with the steering axle on, she works fine. Or it did. What she crashed this time? Just with my other. It's the fast track being an idiot again. Ah, he's following the combine. I know where you are. First time in game. He's done one run already, made it okay without any problems. This is his second run. Yes, good. Right, just check on you, you're fine. This is cool though. I mentioned the dolly mod. First ever mod. I mean, it's not quite perfect. The wheels sink to the ground a bit more than I'm happy with. So the texture needs lots of work. That PTO shaft is a very different cut to that one. Yeah, there's bits. But it does work for what we need it to do. And drags the SNK quite nicely. You can just see the wheel turning on it because it has a steering axle. It's not the most stable thing in the world. I built that before I really knew what I was doing. That was my first ever attempt. It works though. Right. I'm trying to hit field 6 before I bring on anything else, just because of the great demand. Who's still in the shed? You're still in the shed. But one thing I can do is run potatoes up to the garden centre, so we can begin. I believe at the garden centre the only things that I bought there are sugar beets and potatoes. There we go. So I only need to do a course from the back of the fruit storage. Well, their fruit storage. bring up the PDA so you can all see where I'm heading. Just above field 17 you see the tip point, that's where we're going to. He's going to get in the way of other people here, but no, that doesn't need to be, that needs to be over there. This is our potato storage right here. Just hit the trigger. I'm not gonna, or should I try and set it up as automatic? We'll have a go. Didn't quite get to the full straight there, but we should be okay. Take a couple of nice swings there, keep away from the walls. Now we're out onto the road. Oh, so the John Deere is running grass at the minute. So these two may end up having a little fall out of each other, but we'll see how it works out. The garden centre. This was, if you remember, on the tour, where the evil bush was that got me stuck. All those episodes ago. Gotta watch out for that sign there. Should be okay. Obviously the Scania's actually running up here as well with the pig, so oh, you can see him in the distance. Got a big clip distance on that. So we're pretty safe on these roads to drive in the middle. Nothing else comes down here unless we send it. You also remember that Dad bailed us out with a lot of money. Well, he's rather than wanting the money back, he says he'll take on the farm. So we no longer have to pay him back, so to speak. We're just going to give him the farm instead. Yeah, keep him out of mischief. Right, and the best way to do this, I think, is going to be jumping up here. Hiccups. Avoid the bush on the left, because it is evil. Right then. Potatoes. We're going to have to get a little creative on this. If I drag this back up here, everything's nice and straight. Stick it in reverse. I remember. Pause it. Delete, delete, delete. So. I don't know if I mentioned the trick, but you're supposed to do reversing cars without the trailer. That needs to be on forward. I'm just going to delete another one just in case it's going to be a little bit silly. Right, that should be okay there then. Swing it into the middle. We'll bring it right out onto the road just to be sure. Because as soon as it hits this point, it starts driving with the trailer, so if it's not straight, the tractor's going to take a nice wide swing and get caught on the hedge. There we go. And forwards. there. Pause. Actually tip the trailer while we're over here. There we go. Ah, I love the big tip trigger. Make us a little bit more money. We're actually doing rather well on money. That scanner is flying. Oh, don't unpause it just yet. Too many dots around there to figure out which ones are which. Right then, we can unpause from there. And away we go, drive back home. You see the top of the PDA, the fast track, the fence waiting to sell the sugar beets. The John Deere is snaking back round now. It looks like in the main farm the fast track is tipping off the wheat, so he's not decided to eat a hedge again. Scania's just disappeared off, going up the climb. Everyone's busy. I could take this route back through the sheep farm, but with a John Deere, there's more chance of us encountering him in there than there is out here. We do need to monitor this course just to make sure it is going to play nice. The trick is going to be getting around the sugar beet conveyor without picking any up. So obviously if we pick up any sugar beets, it's not going to load with potatoes. I think you do have roughly up to 1,000 litres where it will convert the fruit into whatever you're taking more of. But being on the grain transporter course, when he starts getting loaded, he'll probably stop and take on a full load. Yeah, we did manage to get all the potatoes and sugar beets harvested. That went quite well for us in the end. And thanks to help from a guy from the team, the Homer Pterodos is now finished. Completely MR, not flying around the map or doing anything silly. It's spot on. I wonder if I'm going to be a little cheeky with this. That one missed, but we've got to hit this one. So one more, there we go. Right then. So, hot guard center. Right then. Load at start, first waypoint, let's test. I'll just take off. I know what to do. Sometimes when you're starting this particular course, if it doesn't have a build up, it will just fly off. So, let's cheat it. Starting from here, so he's got a nice swing round and he gets to start the course from fresh on his own. I have a feeling the fast track's in a hedge again. No? Oh, Scania's slipping. Why would you be slipping? Oh dear. But it did work last time. Obviously it's not going to play nicely this time. There we go. So he's loading. Where are you stuck? Ah, you bounced in a rust. Nearly made it. Which one's going which way? You're going that way, right. Hopefully then, you'll finish off the route. You're okay, you need to sell. Massey's trundling along quite happily. This is the easy part of the course. Fairly open road, no traffic. Just out for a nice country drive. I'll turn the start and end, yes. So you know where you're going. Let's clear up the screen a bit so we can get some see. There we go. Now there is a way to turn load studies off, but I can't quite remember it. Flash track sound the heads now. Nothing fresh. Should be an easy fix there. There we go. What are you doing? Continue. There we go. And there we go. Coming into the zone. Now, this episode may end up being 2 parts, just because the fields need to be brought on. If we get field 6 done in good time, get a bit, well, we've got a couple of other great demands to hit as well, the pig and the sugar beet. So if we get those out of the way, I can fast forward comfortably. So it may just be a long episode rather than 2 shorter ones. He's just preparing to line up. He's going to go rather slowly. He's zooming in here. Obviously the sugar beet's there. Well, the sugar beet's the other there. And here we go. Do we have enough space between the bushes? At least the trailer works now though. I was going to try and redo the pig course for selling the pigs, but the trailer has the same problem these guys had. Where I messed around in the A3D and I haven't had time to fix it yet. So I've left that course as it is for now. Here we go, this is going to make the final swing. It looks good. Tip triggers flashed up on the course player HUD. There we go, look at that. So he is going to happily unload all our potatoes. Nice. We have quite a lot of piggies left, so we're going to get some good money out of this great demand. The size of the trailer. You can see the steering axle turning then. does take a little bit longer to fill up than the Joskin this one though. Even to get up to 25 pigs, which is what the Joskin held. So the fill speed must be a little slower. Well, the value will be lower, but it does fill up slower. Just get you the other side of that tip trigger. Good, good. 936 is going to be in the way of the fast track. Not fast track, massive. And he gets back. And we'll just fire through the shed again, load you up again, send you on your way. Massey's nowhere near, just coming around paddock 2 look. We're good at the minute. I'll leave the PD off now, just so we know if anything has an incident. Oh good, away you go. How's the combine doing? He's making good progress. This is about the point I normally reset, turn off and stick them on this. So the combine is friendlier. It seems like the fast track being on course play, it talks to auto combine and it just seems to behave a lot better. There's been no incidents as of yet though. So it may just get a little confused with itself rather than be an actual problem. Pipes in. There we go. Good progress. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Always forget. Always. As you can see, the little patch on the PDA is actually quite a big section of the field, which is a shame, but everything else is probably going to turn at the same time. Apart from field 4, that was done last, as we were still pulling the potatoes up. Which way? That way, there we go. So we've done the garden centre now. Obviously we've delivered to the pig sale, we've delivered to the mill, we've delivered to the freight yard. The port is the last one, and we can't do that until we harvest the corn from field 9. We've been to the farm shop, we've been to the dealership, we've been to the inn. The wool sale we're going to achieve shortly. We've done the BGA, I've shown you that bale sale, but I haven't used it because I've always used the one in the main farm or put into storage. Yeah, we have been, we have seen. I've really enjoyed this series too. I hope you guys have all enjoyed watching. But for me, after this one, it's back into the modding. There's going to be a few modding videos coming out. I'm undertaking quite a hefty project on my own, as well as working with the team. We've got a few good things in the pipeline. It's going to be exciting times. Hopefully we're going to get some good progress done before everyone starts getting into Farm Sim 15. Because these projects, they've been in WIP for a while and they're going to be in work in progress for a bit longer yet. As I've turned the straw off because we don't need to pick it up this time. We're not getting much money for the forage wagoning, and there's a lot of bales that come off these fields. My dad can do what he likes with it after we hand it over. This is our final harvest. What a combine. Still got some use out of you yet as well. Right then, over to the fence. Stop you, drag you forward. There's a really large yield. Who's incident? There we go. They found each other. Now, who's the Massey. Oh dear. Wow. Really found each other. Can we get him out of there? Yes. But is he going to try and drive? No, he's going to behave. Good, good. Right, I have to put the waypoints back on now to find out how to restart him. There we go, sit in between those two. Stop, 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 stop. And that should work. Yes. Good times. And how are we looking in the silos now then? Oh, wrong screen. There we go. Lots of potatoes, lots of sugar beet. We're going to be busy. So yeah, these guys are going to be happily running this probably, well, for most of the episode, definitely 20,000 litres of time on this guy. But he's fully automated. Obviously with the John Deere, how much more have you got to do? No idea. Until he's actually up in the field. No way of getting up there to tell. It's a long run. He'd probably actually make it back before us. I think this guy is going to be in charge of our wool pallets. So obviously the fast track, well, the Fent and the Massey are going to be busy pretty much the entire episode. The fast track, he's emptying the field and the combine. I do love this reversing. God's place coming on so well. I wonder if we can actually find out. I can't actually remember how many litres we got off the paddock one. Probably around 500, 600,000, so he's nearly there. Shouldn't be too much longer, hopefully. Right, who's where? Hold on, there we go. Quick fill. I wonder if the Massey's going to fall out with the John Deere on the way back. No, the Massey's not quite begun his reverse yet. Or is he? I think he's just started his reverse and the John Deere's just flying past the cow pasture now. Where's our Scania gone? There we go. Send you on your way again. Add another vehicle into the mix. Yeah, a big selling episode this one. I think I'll split it into two parts because the John Deere is going to be a while up there and we don't have a spare vehicle. I mean, we've seen all the harvesting we've done time and time again. We've only got one sell point to go, and haven't we? The port, yes. And then the corn harvest. So the wool pallets we can do as soon as the John Deere frees up. Oh, hang on. Just see how much he's got left. We're half an hour in now. The next episode I'd like to take you to the port, take the wool pallets and just have a recap of what we got up to. If he's going to be a while, and we're going to be a while, and we still have to get the fields ready. I mean, he's nearly there now, so I'm going to have to speed this up. Right then, yep, I think I'll end this one here. This will be part 1. We'll be back in part 2. All the fields will be available to harvest, and we'll go from there. And we are going to have to purchase a corn header as well, so we get some new toys. So right, thanks for watching episode 21, part 1. I'll be back shortly with part 2. Catch you then. Bye.